can make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Footballsportsapp.com. What is it? It's the first live action mobile sports app played in real time and a cool way to immerse yourself in the game. Make coaching calls just like the pros. Check out the video. Download for free this fall and register now again at footballsportsapp.com. Want to be part of this new exciting technology and make money? Fill out the short form at the bottom of the website and mention TDSS. Again, footballsportsapp.com. Yes, sir. Bars. Yeah, old school beat, huh? So gone, huh? Yo, Monica, Missy, this beat's still so sweet. After all these years, these my rhymes, we're no cheats. These lyrics come straight from the dome. Not like a Philly girl or woman, a.k.a. they call her Joan, yeah. Oh, shoot, he sings, talks ish, and he raps. Talk smack, talk sports, all for the snaps. Put shame to these lame new age rappers. Skinny jeans wearing punk up classic like your grandpa, real dapper. I'm from that era where cats were real lyricists. You spit weakness, expect ridicule, plus your name on the shit list. Now all we got is lame beats and some mumbling. Rhymes all over the place like they falling, seems like they stumbling. I'm done with this mess, my soul going rap. But I keep thinking, wishing a whack MC were here to slap. Come on, Doug, move on, it's a new day. The game is different, check the words that they say they cray. Last thing, please stop the sagging plus caking them chicks. Be constructive, get down with the struggle like Kaepernick. Elevate your mind, your people limit the time you blow. Better yet, pop popcorn, relax, and peep the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. So gone. So gone. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. You're welcome, Stewies. You're welcome, man. Yeah. I mean, we do it all around here, man. Damn. We sing, rap. I be dancing in the studio. Y'all just can't see. We talk sports every once in a while, man. We do it all. Entertainment, ball penis awards. I mean, we do it all around here. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. It should be a crime to have this much fun, man. It should be a crime. This is the Doug Stewart Show. This is a fantastic, freaky, funny Football Friday here on the Doug Stewart Show. And we're talking college football. The first real weekend of college football, a full slate of games. Not just a full slate of games. I mean a full slate of great games. Wow. Number 4 on my list of the Funky Four, the 4 biggest games in college football. Number 4 on my list this weekend as far as the 4 biggest games in college football this weekend. And number 4 was Ole Miss and Florida State. Coming in at number 3 was Notre Dame and Texas. Coming in at number 2 as far as the 4 biggest games, the Funky 4 biggest games in college football this weekend is the Clemson Tigers taking on the Auburn Tigers. Yes, sir. Yeah. On ESPN tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, kickoff, man. The Clemson Tigers, man, are back. And Deshaun Watson, who's the front runner for the Heisman Trophy, man, will be behind center. He came in 3rd last year for the Heisman Trophy. 1,500-yard rusher Wayne Gallman, who's a beast as well, is back. Potential first-round draft pick Mike Williams. The Tigers were 7-6, who were 7-6 last year, settled their quarterback situation. You remember the kid Jeremy Johnson, man, who was absolutely horrible. And when I say Tigers, I'm talking about Auburn. You remember Jeremy Johnson had all this hype starting the season last year? Big kid, man, brother, man. He absolutely sucks. There's no other way to say it. So head coach Gus Malzahn has named sophomore Sean White the starter once again over Jeremy Johnson and junior college transfer John Franklin III. Stop at the John Franklin III. Have y'all been watching, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and one of the Stewies told me to watch. It's called Last Chance U. And I'm like on the 4th, maybe 5th episode of it right now. It's very good stuff. It's a good show. And it's basically following this junior college in Mississippi where all of these highly touted players at one time have run into trouble or, failed out of school or whatever, and they had to go to this junior college. And some of these kids are super, super talented. And this kid, John Franklin III, if you read some reports about what he's been doing after transferring from, I think this college is called East Mississippi College, junior college, this kid, man, is, a Michael Vick type player. I'm not saying he is. I'm not going to say he's Lamar Jackson or anything like that, but that's the type of player that he is. You remember Auburn picked up Cam Newton the same type of way. They also picked up, I can't remember the other kid now that came after Cam. I can't remember his name right now, but he played defensive back for Georgia, and then he transferred to Auburn later. But Auburn's done this, where they picked up a guy, man, from a junior college, and they've done big things for Auburn University. But keep your eyes and your ears on this guy, John Franklin III. He's one of the main stars of that documentary-type show on Netflix called Last Chance U. Good stuff. So Auburn and Clemson this weekend. The number 2 Clemson Tigers, Auburn not ranked. The talk is about Deshaun Watson, what he's going to do this year, man. I predict that they're going to play in the national championship. I'll talk about this a little bit later. We got to talk about it now. We're about to get out of here. But everybody predicts them playing in the national championship. A lot of people do. They have them ranked number 2 behind Alabama in most polls. I think they're going to make it to the national championship. Deshaun Watson's the favorite out of the 4 prime candidates, and Delvin Cook once again, McCaffrey, as well as Leonard Fournette. He's probably the front runner right now, I think, on name alone as far as the Heisman Trophy. So it's going to be a huge year for the Clemson Tigers. I talked about it yesterday. The Clemson Tigers won the national championship in 1981. Every year, Clemson fans think that this is the year that they're going to win the national championship again. I think this year, man, they have a legitimate shot to doing it. I think this year they do. Yeah. Nick Marshall. Thank you, Grego. Nick Marshall is the other cat that I was talking about that went down to Auburn playing under Gus Malzahn, under that system that they run down there that just flourish. So this kid, man, I'm telling you, this kid for Auburn that had played for East Mississippi College, John Franklin III, real athlete, true dual threat quarterback. So we're going to keep our eyes on that story as well. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Damn it, Doug, Grego. Or Hakeem DeQuervo says, damn it, Doug. Why'd you say damn it, Doug? From Miss Mocha Bella, no bonus stew? I haven't decided yet, Mocha. From Grego Rodney Harrison Champion, he says Nick Marshall as well. Everybody, I love how the Stewie's got my back. Waterhead over there just picking his nose and whatnot. Kaza says, watch out for the Miami Hurricanes this year. Yeah, Brad Kyer and Mark, new head coach for the Miami Hurricanes this year. And I'm drawing a blank on his name as well. I apologize. A former head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs. Damn, that's bad. That's real bad. That's real bad. Damn. I really apologize for this. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Mark freaking Richt. Mark Richt, new head coach down there at the University of Miami, quarterback whisperer type coach. If they can get that talent back down there at Miami, they can do some things. You know, a lot of people will argue with you the reason why Mark Richt wasn't as successful to the degree in which they thought he should have been is because he didn't coach up the talent, or they didn't coach up the talent. Georgia's always had great talent. Now I think he's probably even going to get a bigger boost now as far as talent. down there in South Florida. We'll see. We'll see. That's going to be an interesting storyline this year as well. From Big Apple bastard Jeremy Johnson, 6'5", can throw the rock. Malzone can't develop a system around him, but settles on a dink and dunk. I disagree with you, bruh. I mean, Malzone has had great success as an offensive coordinator in college football. I mean, just look at the record. just look at the record. So I disagree with you on that. The Johnson kid, man, they had all those high expectations for him last year. And what did he throw like? He threw like 5 or 6 interceptions in the first 3 games. I'm like, what? How does that happen? How does that happen? So we'll see. We will see this year. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougshow.com. And the number one biggest matchup this weekend in college football, man, which is really unbelievable to even say this out loud. It's unbelievable to think that you get this big of a game this early in the season with 2 of the most, dominant college football programs in the past 100 years. You got Southern Cal taking on Alabama. ABC, tomorrow night, prime time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. What? That's crazy. We get to see SC and Alabama. Now, USC is still trying to dig their way out of the hole. I talked about this yesterday, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. They're still trying to dig their way out of the hole from all of these sanctions from the NCAA over the last couple of years, but they're still SC. They're going to have inexperienced quarterbacks this year for both squads. We know that. The last time these guys met, they played against each other, was the 85 Aloha Bowl on Saturday night at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, is where it's going to go down. Alabama coach Nick Saban announced this week that he had narrowed his quarterback competition to 2 redshirt junior Cooper Bateman and redshirt freshman Blake Barnett, without closing the door on dual-threat true freshman Jalen Hurts, who I've been hearing a lot about him as well. These dual-threat quarterbacks they're the thing. And so, highly, highly sought after over the last couple of years, especially with the success of some of these guys like Cam Newton and Russell Wilson. They're in. They're the vogue thing right now. Bateman attempted 52 passes last season, getting 1 start against Ole Miss before ceding the job to backup Jay Coker. USC new coach Clay Helton made his quarterback decision earlier in camp, going with Max Brown over freshman Sam Darnold. And Helton's taking over at the helm as head coach without the interim tag on his name. And also, the Crimson Tide has 4 defenders ranked among the top 21 draft prospects for 2017. Cornerback Marlon Humphrey, Tim Williams, Reuben Foster, and Jonathan Allen. Alabama offensive tackle Cam Robinson and tight end O.J. Howard also considered first-round talent. O.J. Howard, the dude that basically won the national championship game for Alabama last year over Clemson, balled out of control. He's back this year as well. Man, they just reload down there at Alabama. Nick Saban has truly built a bully. USC also has some elite talent as well. Listen for this name. I think my man Uncle Mike talked about this yesterday in the chat room, which I've been reading a lot about this kid too. Wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster. And also look out for cornerback Adoree Jackson. Great young talent for USC. Saban has led Alabama to 4 of the past 7 national titles. USC hasn't even won the Pac-12 since 2008. Once again, as a result of all these sanctions from the Reggie Bush stuff and all types of different issues that they've had there. Let's see. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. USC is on his 3rd full-time coach since Pete Carroll, with Helton being given the job, once again, I mentioned this earlier, after the interim basis, and taking the interim basis off of his name from Steve Sarkisian's firing. You remember that whole controversy last year, and then before Sarkisian was Lane Kiffin. Alabama is going to try to replace Derrick Henry. This is another cat that I'm sure if you're a college football fan, you've been hearing a lot about, is this kid Bo Scarborough. You've seen the pictures of him on the internet. He looks like freaking Lex Luger. It looks like the freaking total package. I don't know where they get these boys from, man. I don't know where they get these boys from. Look up Bo Scarborough. This man looks like Derrick Henry and Bo Jackson combined. The Tide has been very good on neutral sites openers. Alabama defeated Michigan, Virginia Tech, West Virginia.